I couldn't do this without them. We were a 3-person operation. Like, this takes a village, and they brought us a city. I'm the head pooper scooper at the Tompkins Square Dog Run. I manage the volunteers that come out and help clean up the dog park because it's the community's responsibility to maintain it and do what we can do to raise money to keep the park up to date. Most dog runs in the city do that by putting on a Halloween event every year where it's the costume competition. Everyone gets together, dress up our dogs in fun, furry little costumes, and just to celebrate the bond that we have between our animals and ourselves. It is the 33rd year. We became the biggest one out of all of them in the city. So we needed to move to the East River Park because they had an amphitheater and more space. But unfortunately, it's being renovated. So last year I had to bring it back to Tompkins. And it was a challenge. So I knew it was time to start planning next year. And that's when the news stories started coming out about construction in Tompkins Square Park. And being that we already filled it last year to capacity, it's not going to work. So I started inquiring about the parade on the street, if it was a possibility. It takes a lot to put these events together. So once I realized what those costs were, I mean, no, I was not ready to do that. So I canceled it in March. But then the community started to find out in August, and that's why we do this, is for the community. So I had to give it another shot. The red tape really was entrenching us. And it was crunch time. We didn't have that much time left, and if we weren't cutting through that tape, there was no parade. And honestly, I just got frustrated and I gave up again. I deleted everything. I said, I'm done. But then the mayor reached out in his office and they said, Joseph, listen, the city needs this. The mayor's office was willing to offer their entire support to be able to put this event on, which was phenomenal. But now I have to figure out a way to pay for this thing. I already sent my sponsors elsewhere twice. I get on social media, start to put out requests for help, and then I see someone reaching out to me from Get Joy, saying, please call us, we want to help. Like, I just had one of those phone calls. You can't have 2 in a row. It was really getting joy. I mean, next thing I know, someone's telling me they want to pay for the entire event. Like, I thought that's just in movie scripts. Like, this doesn't happen to me. This is not my reality. I clean up dog poop. They offered their utmost support any way possible, either through volunteering, helping with permitting, legal advice, you name it, they were there without hesitation.
When we learned about the parade being canceled this year, we quickly raised our hand. We said, how can we help? Our vision is we create joyful moments as a company. And we want to affect the lives of these wonderful animals through great nutrition. And we wanted to make sure that the joy that these families have and these animals have stayed intact. For the last 2 weeks, it's been a very quick sprint.
Stuff like this usually takes a year to put on, to find a sponsor like we got. I mean, I've never had anyone gone out of their way like this for me, and it's so touching. It's not just the money, it's the time and the effort.
Our entire Get Joy team is coming, and then we have our own volunteer army that's coming out to really make this as special as possible. My partner in crime is Theo, and Theo is going to be dressed up as Superman.
I'm so excited to see what everyone put into it. I've been in touch with some of last year's winners too, and they've been teasing me with what they've been thinking about since January. They put their heart and souls into this. This year, the idea is for each judge to have 5 golden tickets that they will hand out to their favorite costumes, and that will allow them to go on stage for the Best in Show round.
It was so fun to get to judge it and host it this year. To me, this event is just about coming together as a community. I'm super inspired by what we can learn from spending more time with our dogs. It's the Met Gala for New York City's canine community. So people spend like months on these costumes. And it's just about having a joyful day and a fun time with your dog friends and showing off what you made.
He looks like a little teddy bear, and his name is Puka, so we thought Winnie the Puka would be the perfect fit.
This is our first time in the dog parade. We did not expect to win either, so that was a very nice surprise.
He loves attention, so
yeah.
I think it's perfect for him too.
Great day for him. He's loving it.
I have scars of pinch marks to make sure that it was real because, again, this doesn't happen to me. I'm just a normal, working, everyday New Yorker who tries to care about the city, and to get recognized for that and the hard work just, it means the world to me.